Now this paint scheme isn't going to be everyone's cup of tea, but I wanted to make something that was super retro inspired. And that's why I went with like this weird metallic chrome finish. Something kind of adjacent to like old action figures or like Japanese toys. It's a world I'm super inspired by, like the designer art toys. And so I wanted to impart some of that on miniatures. And after doing this yesterday, I did a little bit of experimenting today, trying more colors, more techniques. I came up with this, a retro nid. It's not quite right. The head needs a little bit more saturation, but it's something. My hope is that they'll look kind of cool together, playing like a Rogue Trader inspired game or something. I don't know yet. The issue is, right now, my airbrush station is literally just a cardboard box, which is not good for collecting dust, and I have carpets now, and I don't like when things get dusty because then I get all like sniffly. I need to make something better. So I went to the supermarket and I got some supplies. This is a cookie rack. Wait, what's it actually called? It's a cooling rack. I had some of this. This is filter for an aquarium, but it's actually the same stuff that you will find in like a couch or a cushion. And a storage container. And I've got a fan from home. Well, how did we go? Not great. I mean, it did do something. You can tell by the dark circle that there was some dust extracted. I'm always wearing a mask when I'm using this stuff anyway, so I'm not too worried about the fumes. I don't know what I can buy that would be rated for the fumes and how much extraction power I'd need, but at least it is collecting some dust. But this, in my opinion, is not great. But I did learn some really interesting things. That, first of all, I really like how open it is on camera, because that's what I don't love, is like a spray paint booth that's sort of locked in a corner. It's dark and dingy and you only have one angle to shoot from. If I can get something that is shallow and works, that would be great. I assume I just need more extraction power. Then I also learned that if I just shove my shop vac in the back of it, it's actually way more efficient. And if you look at the dust with the fan versus just using my shop vac, yeah, it's significant. Very significant. I would say maybe even fine. This was like very, very cheap, and it is very, very loud. But there are sound effective shop vacs out there, so maybe that's the investment. Maybe I get a quiet shop vac and then 3D print a fitting that can fit on the back of this. But look, it's a step in the right direction. But you know what? Failure is kind of important, because I discovered this yesterday, right? Okay, so I was sculpting the masking putty on the model. You know, this one. You can't see it. Instinctively, I went, I'll get a silicone tool because it's nice and soft. And that will allow me to get in all the cracks and crevices and make sure that I'm only masking off the head. And the silly putty stuck to the silicone tool. Like it wouldn't let go. And I thought, well, I can't use that, so I'll use a metal tool. But then when it was time to try to remove the putty from the model, it was like it wouldn't come off. Oh boy. Oh, have I made a mistake? I couldn't get all the putty out of all the cracks and crevices, and then I remembered, no, I can use the knowledge I gained from trying to use silicone tools earlier to help pull this stuff off. For some reason, the silly putty loves silicone. So I wouldn't have learned that without failure. So this is why tonight was also important. I have zero doubt I'm going to get annihilated with comments. about how to do this right. And I'm kind of excited for it. How sick does this look though, with the color shifting paint? This is the PERMADEATH model from BP Custom Creations. Ben, a bloody legend.